Hello. In this problem, I want to use complete sentences to describe the process and the order in which you would graph the function f of x equals negative 3 times x plus 1 cubed minus 5 using transformations. Now, there's a few different ways you can talk about this. The one I would kind of expect you to do is I would have you talk about graph or doing the table for y equals x cubed first. So, write the parent table for y equals x cubed. Now, what you want to do is you want to start looking at your transformations. There's a negative out front. What this negative does is it's a reflection about the x-axis. So, write down reflect across the x-axis, or you can talk about multiplying the y value by negative 3. Either way, it works for me. So you might want to consider this negative 3 all one thing, or you might want to consider the negative first and then the 3. Whichever way you want to do it is fine with me, but for me, I'm going to write down multiply the y value by negative 3. Next, we want to look at this plus 1. Because the plus 1 is on the inside of the parentheses, that means it affects all of the x values. And you do the opposite of what it says. It says plus 1, therefore you subtract 1, and you subtract them from the x. And that's what you write down. Next we look at the negative 5. The negative 5 is outside of the parentheses, which means it affects the y values. And because of that, you subtract 5 from the y values. After you're after you're done with the negative 5, you don't have anything left, so all you have to do is graph the points and connect it with a curve. But that's pretty much understood. Now, no, notice that I talked about there are multiple different ways of doing this. Let me go ahead and show you another. The first one, of course, is to say graph your parent function y equals x cubed. The next is to talk about the negative again, so you're going to talk about it reflecting across the x-axis. Now you're going to look at the 1 again, and again it's on the inside, so it affects the x value. And it says plus 1, which means you do the opposite, which means you subtract 1. Effectively what you're doing here is oh, sorry, I missed the 3 here, didn't I? The 3 is a vertical stretch by a factor of 3. Now I can look at the 1, and this 1 is telling me move left 1 unit. Now I need to look at the 5. The 5 again is on the outside, it affects the y value, and I'm going down by 5 units. And that's pretty much it. Now, for the moving left and moving down, I could have said translate left and translate down. I should really have said that. My apologies. That's a translation. And that is also a translation. There we go. Alrighty. That's how you use sentences to describe what's happening.